Aloha! And wow, I got a haircut. It's a little bit shorter and wetter than I thought it would be. I also moisturized right before this, and I think I have some moisture. Wait, moisture? Some cream. I have a joke in this eye somewhere that everybody is getting off to right now before bed. Also, by the way, this is how I dress for bed, and when I'm not quite tan enough to show everyone my buddy. So, this evening, just a quick update how this month is going. Feels really good. I am getting to some stuff over the last couple days that I've been putting off since I went into rehab and uh, and had my manic episode in March and April. One of those my laptop broke, so um I'm fixing that today, getting everything reinstalled. My files seem to be okay, so that's fantastic. Um, Sending out some mail, like physical mail to some people, and what else? Goal setting, more affirmations. Finally, somewhere, where is it? Right, boom. Got my goal card laminated at FedEx, and so now I can carry that with me because one of the things that Bob Proctor talked about, and it's actually kind of cool because I notice this with my other card that I have in the bathroom in front of my mirror every morning and every evening to read, is that seeing the card, just passing by it, just like even just passing by these affirmations reminds me of that. And he says that even a stronger is the physical touch, right? So carrying this in my swimsuit when I'm surfing, in my yoga tights when I'm yogaing, maybe it's kind of sharp, so maybe not, but somewhere deep in there so I can touch it and then be reminded of that goal and that intention that I have. And as we all know, we are what we think about. Our energy goes where our thoughts have an aphorism, and our um, uh, our thoughts become our actions, and then our actions become our beliefs, which, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this the other day, but it really does feel like, um, even things that we do not intend to become beliefs, like we don't consciously tell ourselves these things, just by doing certain things, they become a belief or a truth for us, a habit for us in a way. So I would urge everyone to take stock of your life and take stock of the things that you do in your life. Even as small as how and when do you brush your teeth? When do you go to bed? When do you journal or not? The things that you say, the conversations that you have with people, I bet that you will find increasingly as you become aware of it how often you say exactly the same bullshit. And most of what we say is bullshit. Sandaguru, who you should check out, maybe I'll put a hashtag to that. He recommends, just try cutting out half of the words that you say in a normal day and see how much more effective of a communicator you become. See how much more present you are with yourself and therefore with others. So I urge everyone to do that as well. For me, as an example, creating content every day, even if nobody watches it, is a way, even if I don't even rewatch it, is a way for me to hear my voice, for me to hear how confident I am speaking, for me to hear the word choice that I use, where my eyes are, and how many uhs and ums, the cadence of my speech as well. So I do believe that I am becoming more confident with this medium and speaking in front of my camera to you guys. So what else? Mm, feels like change is in the air. Feels like positive change. Feels like speaking to a really good friend of mine about this. A cleaning energy, right? This is the third day of September. It feels like we're sweeping out some old patterns, some old behaviors, and sort of tidying up and organizing in order to let new energy, new vibrations, new change into our lives. So comment below at any point in the future if you're watching this. And then finally, on um, the I guess pandemic opinion piece, last year, and I definitely called it. This is how China wins, right? Even if China didn't create the coronavirus, notice there's that assumption in there. Even if the coronavirus wasn't man-made and was natural, let's assume that it is 100%. It's very convenient for the world, the Western world, to be talking about vaccine passports. And I say that with respect to and derision of China's social credit system, where it's like the credit score that you have in the US, only a lot more, right? We're talking like access to public infrastructure or your utilities or um, maybe even what schools your kids can go to, maybe at some point, even what stores you can shop in, right? So it's like a full service birth to death information tracking, biometrically location of who you are and what you do. And I even before in the US, I noticed the facial scanners, of course, that are made in China, where you go up to it and it tells you that you have a temperature of 94 degrees because they're all wrong. And, you know, they all tell you that you don't have a fever. Maybe they catch somebody, but they all seem to be a couple degrees low to me. It seems like there's the first intrusion of more, right? It starts off as a scanner to see your temperature, but you cannot tell me that it doesn't have the future capability to record, to store, to transmit your face for facial recognition. So it's like we have had a slow creep of technology into our lives in the private sector, and now the private sector is working hand in hand with our government. They've already been working with in China in order to create um, ways to track us more. And the government at this point in the US is not really for the people. The government, I mentioned this yesterday, over the last 40 years has increasingly been for business, working with business, deregulation of industries. And in that vein, we as people have given our power away to corporations because we have elected leaders that suck corporations' dick, and then we lose. So, what can we do? Go for 100 people, change the government. Not sure, but we're all getting ready to be super, super tracked, even more than we've already been. So, love that. Um, yeah. At the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, your personal responsibility, my personal responsibility is still for ourselves, first and foremost, for how we feel, for how we interpret the world. And that's where I am encouraging you, and for me, putting most of my energy right now. And that doesn't mean being blind to the outside world, but it does mean that particularly in this instant, before I can fight battles elsewhere, I have to increase my own strength and my own voice. So here we are. Ooh, my hair looks a little bit better. And I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. It's been a very productive week. So I hope it has for everyone as well. I wish you a fantastic Labor Day weekend. I will see you tomorrow. I have yoga on schedule, surfing, and who knows what in the evening. So it's a beautiful day. Aloha.